Welcome to the Gradient Descent Lab, where we'll watch the optimizer roll step by step. We'll be using Python 3.11+, NumPy for the numerical core, Matplotlib for visualization, and Streamlit to create an interactive lab. In this video, we'll learn about gradient direction and step size, convergence behavior, local versus global minima, and learning rate tuning. The lab will take about 30 to 40 minutes and is best watched in one focused session. Day 8 covered loss functions and cost surfaces. Today, we'll take action. Use the gradient to navigate the loss surface, implement gradient descent from scratch in NumPy, and tune the learning rate to observe convergence versus overshoot. Gradient descent is the engine behind every modern AI system. It's crucial for neural network training, reinforcement learning, automated machine learning, and understanding loss surface analysis. We are now starting Section 2, Foundational Concepts. In this section, we will review the math and intuition behind gradient descent before we write any code. The gradient is the slope of a function at a point. In higher dimensions, it is a vector pointing towards the steepest ascent. Gradient descent follows the core update rule to move in the opposite direction of the gradient to find the minimum. The learning rate, alpha, controls the size of each step. If it's too small, convergence is slow. If it's too large, it may overshoot or diverge. An optimal learning rate ensures smooth and efficient convergence. Gradient descent guarantees convergence to a local minimum, not necessarily the global best. The loss landscape can contain global minima, local minima, saddle points, and plateaus. For convex functions, local is global. Gradient descent is a 4-step iterative loop. Choose a starting point, compute the gradient, update the position, and check for convergence. This core loop is consistent across various optimizers, only differing in how they compute and scale the gradient. The optimizer stops when convergence is reached. This is determined by 3 criteria. Gradient magnitude is small, loss change between steps is minimal, or the maximum number of iterations has been reached. A typical convergence curve shows loss dropping fast initially, then slowing down. We are now entering Section 3, Technical Deep Dive. We will cover the implementation of gradient descent from scratch using NumPy with annotated code and step-by-step walkthroughs. The core implementation is a function called gradient_descent, which takes the function f and its derivative df as inputs. The key line is the core update rule, x equals x minus learning rate times the gradient. We recommend returning both the position and loss history for debugging. Running gradient descent on f of x equals x squared with a learning rate of 0.2 converges in 12 steps. The code visualizes the descent path using Matplotlib. Remember, this is batch gradient descent, which is computationally expensive for large datasets. Overshooting happens when the learning rate is too large. With alpha equals 0.9, the optimizer overshoots but eventually converges through oscillation. With alpha equals 1.1, the loss diverges, indicating a problem with the learning rate. We are now in Section 4, Hands-on Lab Walkthrough. We will use NumPy, Matplotlib, and Streamlit to build an interactive gradient descent visualizer. The lab setup involves 2 steps. First, install dependencies like NumPy, Matplotlib, and Streamlit in a virtual environment. Second, set up the file structure with key modules, gd_core.py for the algorithm, functions.py for derivatives, visualize.py for plotting, and app.py for the Streamlit dashboard. The Streamlit dashboard, implemented in app.py, provides interactive controls. The "street slider" function is used for tuning hyperparameters like the learning rate, enabling real-time experimentation. The application runs using the command "streamlit run app.py". Tuning the learning rate dramatically improves convergence. An untuned alpha of 0.95 results in 94 steps and 47 oscillation cycles. By tuning it to 0.15, convergence is achieved in just 18 steps with no oscillation, achieving a much better final loss. Common mistakes in gradient descent include a learning rate that is too high, leading to diverging loss, or a low learning rate, resulting in slow convergence. Other problems include freezing at saddle points, a loss that doesn't decrease, or sudden loss spikes, which often indicate numerical issues. We are now starting Section 5, Production Patterns, exploring how gradient descent powers real AI systems at scale, from models like GPT to platforms like Netflix. In production, mini-batch gradient descent is the standard. It updates after processing small data batches, balancing the stability of batch GD with the memory efficiency and speed of stochastic GD. Mini-batch allows for GPU parallelism and is essential in modern machine learning. Training a large model like GPT involves a pipeline. Sample a data batch, perform a forward pass to compute loss, execute a backward pass to get gradients, clip the gradients to prevent spikes, and finally, use an optimizer like Atom to update the parameters. This is repeated over billions of tokens. We are now entering Section 6, Advanced Topics and Extensions, looking at the limitations of vanilla gradient descent and how advanced optimizers solve them. Vanilla gradient descent has limitations, including a fixed learning rate and vulnerability to stalling at saddle points. Solutions like Momentum and RMS Prop lead to the industry standard, Atom, which combines their strengths for faster and more stable training. Learning rate scheduling is an intermediate extension that dynamically decays the learning rate over time. This allows for large initial steps for speed and smaller final steps for precision, improving overall convergence quality. We are now entering the final section, Wrap-Up and Resources. This section will cover the key takeaways and provide further learning resources. The core principle is that gradient descent, represented by x equals x alpha multiplied by the gradient, is the fundamental engine driving all major modern AI models. The concepts you implemented today are identical to those used at the largest scale. Key takeaways from today include understanding the gradient as the direction of steepest descent, the core update rule, and the critical role of the learning rate. You also learned about local minima and convergence criteria, recognizing that these core principles scale to large models. In Day 10, we will move beyond vanilla gradient descent to implement advanced optimizers like SGD with Momentum, RMS Prop, and Atom. We will compare them and learn about gradient clipping and the PyTorch Optimizer API. Here are some resources for further reading. Recommended videos from 3Blue1Brown and Andre Karpathy, and practice projects, including extending the lab to 2D gradient descent and implementing Momentum. That's a wrap on Day 9. You successfully built gradient descent from scratch. Tomorrow we will look at optimizers that go further, faster. Find the full lesson and code using the link provided.